Dwayne Johnson is a busy man. In addition to his ongoing HBO series Ballers, The Rock has a dozen films in various stages of production, from Black Adam to Doc Savage and headlining Hobbs and Shaw, the Fast and the Furious spinoff that's set to go into production later this year. Now it looks like he can add one more major project to his list, as Paramount Pictures wants him to return as Roadblock for G.I. Joe, ever Vigilant. Working off a script from the writing duo of Josh Applebaum and Andre Nemec, Roadblock will need to assemble a new team of Joes to stop terrorists from launching a dark matter WMD that will turn their targets to dust. While a third G.I. Joe film has been in development for years, this most recent iteration is expected to join the previously announced Micronauts film and a ROM film in a shared cinematic universe. Of course, there's every chance that this film won't make it into production and will join the others on the scrap pile, but we thought it would be fun to share some details about which characters will be popping up. Starting with the villains, we have Tomax and Xamot Paoli. Corsican twins, the Paoli brothers will be the film's main antagonists. While Tomax will do his work as a ruthless politician, his more unhinged and scarred twin, Xamot, will take care of the dirty work. Fans will remember the two were high-ranking Cobra officials and headed the Crimson Guard for a time. And while we're not entirely sure what part Cobra will play in the larger plot, we are told to expect a cameo from Cobra Commander. As for the team that Roadblock will assemble, if the film actually comes out, we'll be getting a mix of some newer Joes along with some great old-timers that should provide those who grew up with the original cartoon plenty to smile about. Danya Janik. Janik is a Czech marksman brought in by Roadblock to help lead his group of Joes. In the comics, Janik was a member of the elite Czech unit known as the October Guard, a group of Eastern European specialists who were basically the equivalent of the Joes. Dr. Adele Burkhardt. One of the world's top nuclear physicists, Burkhardt is brought in from the UPA, the Unexplained Phenomenon Agency, to consult on the dark matter inside the WMD. William S. Wild Bill Hardy. Early collectors will undoubtedly remember Wild Bill as the pilot of the Dragonfly XH-1. The character was revamped a few times over the years, but this script calls for the original John Wayne cowboy version. Gabriel Barbecue Kelly. A Boston native and former Army paratrooper, Kelly is from a long line of firefighters. An adventurous party animal, Kelly is one of the few whose first instinct is to run into danger. General Flagg. A 4-star general and one of the finest men ever to serve, Flagg is known for his ability to find the right tools for the job. In the film, he'll be instrumental in pushing Roadblock, the last active Joe, into one final mission for his country. Carl Doc Grier. A Harvard-educated doctor, Carl Grier is Roadblock's old friend and his physician. Fans will remember that Doc was a pacifist, but also one of the bravest Joes. He doesn't have much of a role in this film, but it'll be great to see one of the line's earliest action figures come to life, Admiral Everett Keelhaul Colby. While he's described to us as a former Navy Top Gun pilot, fans and collectors will know that if we're seeing Keelhaul, the USS Flagg better not be too far behind. Given the description of him having just one scene in the film, we're betting it's aboard the Flagg, the largest G.I. Joe playset ever built. Where's Sergeant Slaughter, the Dreadnoks? Can I just get Serpentor? So again, while we're not sure this film will ever get made or that this will be the final characters included in the script, we thought this was pretty cool and that fans needed to know, and after all, knowing is half the battle. The other half is subscribing to that hashtag show to stay up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture.